The Fair Game, directed by Doug Liman, Films star Naomi Watts and Sean Penn, reveals the true story of Joe Wilson and Valerie Plame in a conspiracy thriller based on the CIA agent Valerie Plame in the Iraq War. The film's relationship to the Iraq War started by the Bush administration with the belief that peace was meant to be settled in the Middle East. However, this backfired many aspects for the American troops because it caused many loss of lives, disastrous memories, and regretful decisions. Similarly, this damage affected the people of Iraq. Jameson states that Saddam Hussein had an advanced nuclear weapons development program and was working on 5 different methods of enriching uranium for a bomb. The British government has learned that Hussein recently sought significant quantities of uranium from Africa. State of the Union address that Bush declares Hussein had horrific weapons and has given no evidence that he has destroyed them. Similarly, we see CIA agent in Fair Game gives its dramatic shape and teases out the moral problems raised when she and her colleagues find extensive evidence that Iraq is not actively developing weapons of mass destruction. However, Condoleezza Rice had told CNN the fact that we don't believe they destroyed them all. She then claims Iraq has a history of lying about everything. However, the film depicted a different outcome than Ms. Rice. Therefore, the judgment was misplaced again. The American invasion on Iraq was reoccurring mistakes. Jameson mentions the United Nations in September 2002. According to Bush, the forceful measures were taken for Security Council resolutions to eliminate threat of international security. However, the refusal of compliance taken by Iraq led the United States to coalition of the willing that invaded Iraq on 19 March 2003, quickly defeated Iraq's armed forces and ended the regime of Saddam Hussein. On May 1, 2003, Bush announced that major combat operations in Iraq had ended. The United States had assumed the position of an occupying power that is responsible for rebuilding Iraq. However, the main purpose was the oil and not peace. In the film, Valerie was trying to reach the truth of uranium in Iraq, but it was never there from the start, but rather a lack of research believing Iraq was a threat. Jameson argues this war had one very noteworthy success. It did create a supposedly democratic political system in Baghdad. The film helped me understand the cause of many issues that occurred during the American invasion in Iraq. Also, the readings were explanatory of many details the film depicted. In addition, it helped me comprehend the details of the film in much more depth because various links are referred to in the reading by politicians, scientists, and professors. Personally, the opinions I had about the movie were a bit biased because understanding from one point of view is not very helpful. Therefore, having various reads about the same topic is quite important and builds a clear understanding. After all, the U.S. performance in Iraq has been questionable due to the constant mistakes taken by the government.